record the game. These games will be put up on the Creature Caster YouTube channel. All right. Welcome to the stream, Judgement Eternal Champions. This is the second game we've been doing. This is Krognar versus Ista, here with Jeff once again. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, everybody, again.
You can hear me this time. That's good to see.
It's very early morning here with just the sun's just coming up, so
yep.
The brains might be a little bit rusty.
All right, Jeff, when you're ready, we'll press play. Pressing on it right now. Right, this is a pre-recorded game, as we said, recorded a couple of weeks ago. We're just going through our warbands. So, Jeff, I'll go through mine first if you want. I've got Ista, Isabel, Donragar, Brock, Saiyan, Istariel, Marcus, and Drogoth.
Yep.
What's your one, Jeff?
And I've got, from the bottom, I've got Ludrug, and I've got Rakir. I have Zarin, Kane, Cradle, Skull, and on the end there, I have got,
Sonia.
who was the last
Sonia.
one? That's it, Sonia.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yep.
So this is a veto game. So for those who are unsure, veto means we get to basically ban one of the heroes before we kick off the game, and then you pick 5 from your remaining 6. We're about to do that right now. I think we're just setting up the board. This is a 3 monster. It's got Canuck Mirror in the middle, plus a monster either side, and it's a 3 Soul Pit map. We're just randomising the monsters. So I get a Gloom, and Jeff gets Terror, don't you, Jeff?
Terror. Yeah, got a Terror, so it makes it a bit tough.
Yeah. And now we're doing pick and ban. This map, I'm not sure what map number it is, but it's one of the maps that we've released. So I think we've kicked off here. I think I've banned Jeff Zarin, and I think he banned... I can't remember who you banned, Jeff.
So Zarin got banned here.
You banned my Brock.
I banned Brock, yeah.
And then you dropped Zonya, I think, from memory.
Yeah, I'm choosing now. I'm choosing Rakir, Kane, Ludrug. Then I was tossing up between Zonya and Cradle. Ended up going Cradle.
Because Zonya's not a champion of Krognar issue, that's why.
Yeah.
And I think
and
I dropped Saiyan here. Yeah, I do. Yep.
Yeah, so I wanted to get the combination between Rakir and Cradle.
And 3 Soul Pit maps are not great with 1 Soul Gazer, so that's why I dropped Saiyan. So that was my theory there. Anyway, we're about to kick off the game.
So as you can see, we're slowly getting more painted models. We've got the Connect Mirror painted in the middle and the Terror's painted down here.
Yeah. So Jeff is...
So we're starting with one...
trying to get rid of Terror, yeah.
Yeah. So we're starting with 1 Fate each. So just working out, of course, how it... Well, I've charged already. There you go. First one in was Kane off the bat, charging Terror. I'm going first.
We've got to try to remember in the future... There's Jeffrey's dice. So anyway, we're not going to talk about the dice blow for blow as we go. We'll see how it goes. I can move things around if I have to be able to view it. But Jeffrey's showing it with Terror. Terror's quite difficult. The good thing about Terror is the Agi too, right? So you get a lot of dice. So you don't have to worry about pushing off and it's obviously you need an extra push to push her. So it's 2 to push 1. So, but yeah, even though she's got res 2, you should be able to get it because you normally do get crits or all the dice you need. But don't forget, she's also immune to all the conditions. She can't poison and stuff as well.
It is risky though because if you fail getting Terror, it hits hard and your whole warband's on that side. So.
Yeah.
But killing it gets extra fate. So Kane went okay. He's already done a bit of damage already. It's down to 6 already, I think.
Yep.
And I've got the push. Just deciding where to go. I've got 2 pushes. So I can actually push Terror, but if I push Terror 1, it'll still be engaging Kane. So Kane's just going to push off.
Yep. And for me, I've lined up Drogoth, Isabel and Marcus. My idea is to get Drogoth the level. That was my original plan. I think I'll kick off with Marcus here. So this is good tactics if you're new to the game. I've put Marcus adjacent to my Effigy because from memory he buys an item. I think he gives it to Isabel. He buys the Restoration Potion and hands it off to Isabel. I think that's what he does. Or he just buys it and keeps it. We're about to do that now. Here I go. Yeah, I think from memory he bought the Restoration Potion. He then moves and he might cast... He casts, that's right. He casts Defensive Stance, Protective Stance onto Drogoth, and then I just move up into position. Just a nice easy start. He's in a good position there for the second round, the second turn. And Drogoth, well, with 1 res, is going to be much harder to bring down. That was the plan.
Next, I'm bringing in Lugdrug, moving and charging, or just trying to get in. No, Lugdrug. Lugdrug places one.
Oh, Kane was his what do you call it? His ward, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So he placed one towards Kane, which then allowed me to get a good charge in on Terra. So, yeah.
Jeffrey's struggling a bit with Terra here, I think. she's a tough one.
You've got a crit in 2 pushes, right? So that's already bringing it down. So
it is good because he gets a fate advantage. Like you get 2 fate for Terra compared to 1 for Gloom, but it's obviously a bit trickier to bring down.
So it's taking the risk here and staying there and just trying to get more damage, so setting it up for a clear. Didn't roll too great there. No, it's another crit, but every time with crit it's just 2, right?
That's right, because she's got 2 res.
Yeah. So at this stage, Terra now, after this, Terra is going to be on 4, which is still risky for a Kier because he has to move and charge. Well, he can't do it, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, but you do something really tricky here, don't you? Don't you do a... Yeah. All right, so here I come. Drogoth's charging ahead. With dual wield, he's a very good chance. He's got Mel 7, good chance of doing it. I'm hoping. I've got Isabel in their position there, just in case she needs to come and clean up. And Isabel level 2 is not bad either. I rolled... Is the bird making noise in the background? Yeah. I live on 2.5 acres. I get a lot of birds and parrots and stuff. So, Australia, mate. That's how it is.
It's everywhere.
All right.
You don't get to hear the snakes, so you
yeah, if I see a snake, you'll hear me scream.
Hey, look at his Kiri, the good-looking bloke. Oh,
Kiri the bald.
Well, the good-looking bloke's making a showing now today, eh?
So there you go, Drogoth killed. So he's got a couple of good choices for level up. I normally take it depends what I'm playing against. In this game, I took the +1 damage and power. And he also bought Shredder. I think I just spent the fate that I just got. You like the moustache? Yeah, thank you. I'm growing it a bit. Because Jeffrey's he's got Lugdrug, he's got Skull, and he's got Cradle. Pretty sure with Drogoth, I bought the Shredder on him at that one. It's a good item for him.
So what I'm doing here now is, see, my Terra is on 4 health, and the problem is if Rakir does a crit, it still won't kill it, and Rakir has to move and charge, so it's not going to be able to do it. So what I've done, I've moved Cradle for your own Effigy. You can move for your own Effigy, and then Cradle's charging in. Hoping to do some damage here.
She needs crits. You can call out your dice, Jeff, because sometimes your head covers the dice on my screen. So if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Did you get a crit?
Yeah, I got a crit and double push on fire
Perfect.
here, right? So I've picked the crit, which is another 2 damage. But also got 2 pushes. But then what I do with Cradle, I actually put down a Shadow Orb.
Yeah.
Because when you can put a Shadow Orb any time during your activation.
Yeah, here it comes.
So pushes 2 away behind the wall there, and then place an orb.
It means Rakir now can get two attacks instead of moving and charging, so it's pretty cool.
They're looking pretty good. Yeah, my Terra's got 2 health left. That's all it's got. And a shout out to anybody who's at Adepticon if you want to go and get a demo.
Yeah.
The Creature Caster stall there's got demo
I think
tables.
it's Sunday evening there, right? I'm not sure. Is it finished? It might be finished today.
Oh
yeah.
One more day.
It's Sunday evening.
Wonky Kong from the Discord group has been giving demos as well and playing non-stop by the sound of it.
Yeah. I loved Adepticon last night. It was so much fun. So Origins people, if you don't know, it's Origins in Ohio. We're going there. That's going to be the retail launch. Jeff and I are both going. We've got a whole bunch of tournaments running. It's going to be awesome. Very much geared towards a lot of new players, but we do have a proper 5v5 event, I think, on the last day. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We're going for 4 days, I think, Jeff. Got the whole time. It's a week.
Yeah, we're booked. The flights are booked, so barring world events, we're there. Right?
This is something you should, if you're new to the game, it's always worthwhile. I'm checking to see whether I can snipe his monster. Jeff left her on 2. Stario ignores a res, so I was going to move her up and have a shot, but I think I was 1 hex away. So even though I wouldn't collect a bounty, I denied Jeff the bounty.
Yeah.
But
also have to watch out because I am going first, and if Stario's that close, there's a risk.
yeah,
But
I don't do it in the end. I just put her in that position.
Is that a Stario or
It's a Stario?
It's a Stario, yeah.
So I think with her, I did buy the braces. I bought the Ring of Power. See how my fate's gone? She bought the Ring of Power and the Braces of Disruption, which is really good against Rakir because you can stop the poison. Anyway.
So Rakir places an orb, and then he jumps to that orb to cradle. So remember, when you use shadow orbs, the one that you place disappears. The one that you teleported from disappears. The Terror's not going to attack unless I end my activation there, and hopefully Terror will be dead. So I'm 7 versus 2, 5 dice, and straight away rolls crit straight away. It's a dead Terror. And he's still got an action up his sleeve, so it'll work out really well. So I get 2 fate for that. I've already got 1 in the bank. So what I do then, I think about it, but the Vorpal Blade's really good on Rakir because he really likes to get those crits and get the poison. So I got him the Vorpal Blade, and I bought him for free the Braces of Disruption as well. That's what Rakir's got, and I banked I kept one of the fate, and I'm banking it, yeah. As you can see on the effigy there. So I'm stacking this side, and all I've got left is Skull, but there is a shrine on the left, so that's Andrew's got Don facing off at that shrine, and I've got Skull facing off on my side as well.
So I've got Isabel here as well. Now, there's one soul pit. You can see it at the bottom of the screen, up just above the Judgement Eternal Champions logo. There's a soul pit there, but there's also one in the cloud up the top right, and one in the forest, or near the forest on the top left. So we're now counting who's the closest to the mighty Canuck Mirror.
And I think it's Marcus or Drogon.
No, I think I made it Stario, but she's invisible, so I sort of did that a bit on purpose, so he couldn't shoot her.
So he still moved towards it, but he won't be able to shoot unless he gets...
Yeah.
Well, he can't make it, so... Yeah.
Now, I think... I'm just having a think about it here.
So I'm still got Rakir. I'm still figuring where to move because I've still got an action to go. Right. It's just thinking about who I'm going to call my... Yeah. You don't face him off the Drogoth. Pretty risky. I just push him there. So, yeah. And the whole time we're trying to stay away from Connect Mirror. Connect Mirror's got 3 attacks, and one of them is it can put you in to base, and it can really screw your whole plan. You got to really watch out. Now it's Andrew's turn.
Yep.
I can't place another orb with Rakir, unfortunately, because I've placed one already to get to that spot. So
yeah, there's not much Isabel can do here. She's got no remains in place spells, so I'm just kind of getting her in the right position. I want her to support Drogoth. So my idea here is I'm a little bit lacking in pure melee power, so I think if I get Isabel to level up, go Retribution to make her a bit stronger in melee, but she goes there to support. It's always good to do that formation because if they come in for Drogoth, there's a good chance that they'll be crowded out by Isabel. Marcus is support.
So I'm working out Skull now, and I'm working out Connect Mirror, and I'm also realising here that if I sit behind there, I'm actually even in charge range of the Don. This is sometimes a disadvantage of going first. Right, Erie's just waiting there with Don. If I sit there with Skull, he can move and then charge and gets one push. He can push me off. He can push me towards Connect Mirror, and he could be really on the back foot. So I end up deciding actually not even to contest the shrine, and just giving it to Guns. So yeah, sometimes it's just seating it. And because I've already got 2 fate, I know I'm getting another fate, so I'm just thinking about it.
Utador, that Altador, that squeaking could be birds. I've got a whole bunch of parrots outside my window squawking.
It's definitely parrots and lorikeets.
So, sorry about that. Yep.
You can't really filter them out.
Nah, it's Australia, mate.
So I
there's a turn. End of the turn. Yep.
I decided to stay near the soul pit there with Skull and just concede the shrine.
That's right. You gave me the shrine, didn't you? That's right.
Yeah, and just hoping that Krognar might pull you in, because now John is the closest target with the biggest health.
That's right.
Right.
But
So
you
it wasn't
can't pull
working
her
out.
anyway because the shrine's in the way, so it should be alright.
No, it's place.
Oh,
It's
it's a
place.
place. That's right. Anyway, here he comes. Goes towards the Don. It can't contest
So it's
because it only goes
distance,
2. Yep.
He goes towards the Don because he's got more health. Now this is the big one, the teleport one, right?
No, the first one is the one where it does freeze. The
Okay.
second one is where it does the pulling.
The first one's a ranged attack.
So I get cover
So,
against it. So
yeah,
I'm
so
agi
it's
5
-2.
or something. Yeah, it's 3 dice.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty safe.
Yeah, so it just does 2 damage, which becomes 1 because he's got res 1. Now it's the magic. It's the big one. This is where you need 2 symbols to port him in, but you don't even have to do damage on this attack. With most attacks,
I think you did it
have
here,
to
but I
do
think did you do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter
You
because
did
I'm
it,
still
yeah.
going to be contesting. I think,
Yeah.
from memory.
So now this doesn't damage because it's only 1, but it doesn't matter for this ability, and it gets to place him adjacent. And what we're doing, we're checking the rules here because I was thinking I can place adjacent, I can place him to the other
It's got to
side
be
of.
closest, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's got to be closest to the point where you started. So either way, he's still going to get the shrine, but he's going to cop a punch. So, which is going to and makes him so you can't put him around
this
there.
is a pretty hefty. It's a 6 crit this attack. So
Yeah. So 8 versus 3 is going to be 5 dice.
Yeah.
Res 1, so it's kind of going to be good, and he's tied up with him, right? So it's you can't just ignore him. So I thought it was worth that, giving him the shrine. I didn't see what he rolled yet. We haven't done it yet. That's why. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was a crit from memory. So you can see the background, you can see my iPad. I'm actually using, we're building an app that is about to go into beta. We're about to release it this week, hopefully. It's got all the rules online. There's a database behind it, so it actually is the source of truth for our rules. And you can see all the heroes and eventually be able to play games using it as well. So we're trying it out. It's quite fun.
One of the good features is you can save your warbands.
Yeah, create warbands, save them.
Yeah.
So I get a whole bunch of fate there. I've got 4 fate now. I must have rolled 3 on on the shrine, which is really cool.
Well, you get 1 for coming because it's turn 2.
Yeah, then I've got 3 more on there. There's a soul turns up on over this left-hand side, so this just throws a cat amongst the pigeons a little bit.
I haven't got a soul gazer, but Kane could have a go. But so I was hoping we'd go on the other side where Skull was, but actually he's coming there next turn. So now it's my turn. Thinking about the effigy power, I'm not going to call it. It's nothing. There seems to be no gain at the moment. I'm not sure if you call it.
No, I don't think I do yet. I think I do it turn 2 from memory. Turn 3. The Ista one, it's pretty situational. It's good for a star, good for Isabel, but other than that, The birds are still going. We're just marking where this is just the communion phase where you mark where all the things are coming up and stuff like that.
So we have got 3D tokens, but we actually realised for the stream that these tokens look better because you can read them easier. So
here comes Rakir charging into Drogoth. So for me, it's pretty good. I've got res 1 on him. That's going to help a lot. Still dangerous though with Rakir.
Yeah. So those Fury tokens are just reminding us that the monsters are popping up next turn. That's what they are. If people are wondering what that is. So I didn't go too good. I got a solid and a 1 push. So it's 3 damage and a push. So I push back. Maybe I should have rerolled that.
Or I thought you were going to have your second attack and try to escape. He's level 2 now, right? You could have,
Yeah.
I thought that's what but anyway.
So I placed the orb and just got back.
Yeah. So Drogoth comes back now. He's going to charge into Kane, and this is pretty good for me. Lugdrug's not adjacent, so he can't do his defense abilities because Kane's his ward. So for me, it's just pile in some damage. With the res 1, I'm pretty sure Drogoth is in reasonable shape. There's nothing else really there that can hurt me too much. I don't roll that well. So
solid again. So I think you re-rolled it.
No, I don't know what those 2 dice. Not sure what I did there.
It's dual attack.
Oh, that's what it is, of course. Yeah. So one more action to go. Just thinking about what to do.
So what you do? You did a solid for 3.
And then I did 2 more damage. So I pull you back with the 2 pushes, trying to pull you back away.
5.
And then I get my last action that comes up now, which is going to be 3 dice. It's another 2 damage. Just bring him. Yep. I want Lug Drug. I want to draw Lug Drug and draw Jeffrey's heroes out, because this means I didn't roll that well. Then that was pretty bad. But now he's in range of Istariel, and he's next to the monster. So that even though he hasn't gone yet, it's quite good now because Jeff kind of a bit of pressure to do Kane next now.
Yeah, because he's taken 7 damage. So yeah, he's gonna.
And Drogoth is a beast. Like he's such a good hero.
So he's on 8 health at the moment. So
cool.
So I'm using Drogoth basically, aren't I? Kane, sorry.
I think it's what you do next. Yeah, here you go.
Yep. So I'm just stuck because Drogoth's gone first. I'm thinking, okay, there's a chance here, and I've done damage to him already with Rakir. So I'm pushing him in.
Rakir didn't use a Shadow Orb, Sonny. He actually, don't forget with Krognar, you can Effigy recall for 1 action.
Yes.
So Jeffrey put the Shadow Orb down and then use Effigy recall. It's a really powerful ability, Krognar.
Yeah. So with Krognar, you can even take ones that are not part of the god, and that are very speedy, like Piper and Sky, because they can get back into position quickly. Bal and Sana, because they can put back to.
So you got to see this game. Like Jeff's just gone. His Effigy recall with Kane. So he's just basically, and the whole kind of game. Yeah, he does this really well. So I've got opportunity here. Isabel on an 8. She can try to get the soul. As I said, not much else she can do. I could heal, but I think for this one from memory, or maybe I don't do. Maybe I just do. I do healing. I'm not sure now.
Yeah, I think you go for the heal.
Do I?
You go for the heal, but you're just going to contest the soul.
I would have went for it if I had my time again.
Yeah. So you're doing the heal there, so it puts Kane back up.
Yeah, Drogoth.
So
Drogoth back up. Yeah.
Drogoth, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so I am porting back and forwards a lot in so far. We're back with 2 of them. But it does cede position. So all of a sudden I had 4 against 2, but now I'm...
It's a good tactic.
But Lug Drug can hang around, so...
The problem is the Shadow Orbs mean he can come back pretty easily. And one thing you can do is destroy Shadow Orbs, but it takes an action to do it. Need to be adjacent. It's not always easy to do.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now for Lug Drug, I'm actually shooting...
Yeah, that's right.
His gun. I had 2 blanks and then a glance and then a solid.
Pretty good damage.
Isn't bad, right? So it's
and it ignored my res. That's the important thing. It ignored the protective stance.
I worked out it was better to do 3 shots if aiming, even though his RNG is only 5.
Still 2 dice, yeah.
It was
when you aim.
3 shots of 2 dice, so that's good damage. So
that roll there is, I'm not sure. This is Astariel shooting Canuck Mirror. And I rolled a push. No. Sorry. It's Don Regard hitting him. And then I healed for 5.
He's doing Don things, just taking. I think you won't stay form or not. Yeah.
Now, the reason why I didn't abandon that shrine is that the next soul's going to come up there and Skull's there. And so I wanted to make sure he couldn't push me. But Jeffrey charges Canuck Mirror here, which is quite a good move. With Skull.
Yeah. And with dual attack, I've got a good chance of doing stuff. So I rolled solid and a push straight away, so I can push him straight back into the Don.
Now I've got res 3, but he's going to be doing 3 damage every time he hits me but I've got regeneration. So it's kind of a stalemate.
But he's actually won.
But it's kind of it's locked Don Regard down. It's not great for me. So if you're new and you're watching, please feel free to ask questions. We're going through the game pretty rapidly, but we've got a lot of time to talk, so just feel free to ask.
So that was a good move by Skull. He actually, and then Canuck Mirror, you think he whiffed. Canuck Mirror had 8 dice against, or whatever, 7 dice, and just got a solid against Don.
So this is Astariel now. My decision now is to try to kill Canuck Mirror. She rolls past, I have to re-roll it. So I re-roll it, because the beauty of this is good. This is fire and 3. She ignores the res. The beauty here is that because Don's adjacent, he can actually collect the bounty. So even though Astariel will get the level.
Yeah.
So this is my plan.
So you're down to, what's he down to? 1?
7, I think. No, it's about 7, I think. Yeah. Now it's on fire. So I hit again. do another 3, puts it on 4, and then I think I use another Fate to do the conflagration of doom. Got one more attack. Oh, one more attack first. That's right. Just doing pushes. She's in a good position on the board there. There you go, another 3, leaves it on 1, and then it's just an auto 1 Fate to kill it. So with this one, you get one Fate for killing Club Mirror base, then you get the 2 items. You get the scroll and you get the 2 scrolls. Now what I do is I sell one of them. I sell the defensive one, and I keep the offensive one, which is +1 damage. In hindsight, might have been a mistake, but anyway, I get 2 Fate back. So it took me 2 Fate to kill it, so it's a net deck gain. Ystariel's level 2 now, which is cool, but yeah.
So I've got Cradle in now attacking Drogoth. He has got the res 1, which is...
Are you ahead of me, are you? Are you attacking?
Yeah.
Ah.
So I
yeah.
I've just paused.
Doesn't happen on mine yet. I'll tell you when that happens. I'm at 26-17.
Yeah.
So Stariel now, she moves into the middle, which is a really nice position to be. She's got a whole big board presence. I've made sure I'd stay 2 away from the Shadow Orb, so if Rakir comes up, he has to charge. You can't auto-hit her.
And she's lining up Skull, that's what's bad. Even though I've got cover, yeah. She's got the magic.
Now Cradle comes in, Jeff. You press play again.
Yeah.
And she charges Drogoth. Now with the res he's got on, it does reduce her effectiveness a lot.
So now I'm just figuring out where to push Drogoth. And she's adding her tokens, of course, as she's hitting.
Shadow Mist.
Yep. Yeah, she's just blinking. She's not going too great. A lot of blinks.
Yeah. I mean, she's going to be... He's edgy for 1 res.
The Shadow Mist tokens come off at the end, so there's not much you can do about it.
I think she might get out of dodge too, does she? I can't remember now.
No, it was it.
Are you pushing me around, I think? No.
So we've deactivates Marcus, so protective stance comes off. He moves.
You're ahead of us again, I think, Jeff.
Alright, tell me when. Alright.
Yep. You're still fighting here. There we go. This comes off. So he comes, about to activate Marcus. I'm counting out the squares to see where he can go. I'm seeing whether I can charge her, I think, and I can't get in. So it's a bit of a shame. It's going to be a lot bigger, not a real effective turn. So I take protective stance off, and then I just come in, and I think I might recast it here. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't cast it. I just go in and charge her. So I charge her Marcus. Try and knock her down, I think, on my shield. Which I think I do here. I do. So I do 1 damage because she's got res. It's 2 damage goes to 1, and then knock her down with Marcus, I think, from memory. Yep, there you go. So that looks really good. There's a end of the turn, but I've forgotten, but what can happen is Krognar's effigy power. So we're doing that now. Start of the turn.
Yes, I'm contemplating. I don't get any extra fate. None of us do, actually.
Yeah, no one's got any souls yet.
There's a soul on the left there now, which is interesting because that's within Skull's reach.
Yeah.
You can walk out over to try to get it.
It is good.
So now his monster's coming back too soon.
So we're randomising those monsters now, yeah. So I get a Gloom again, I think. Jeffrey gets an Inferno.
Yeah, so there's an Inferno there, and there's all this
Gloom and Inferno.
Monster mash.
So it's quite dangerous, this battle down the bottom, this melee.
Mechanic Mirror's coming up next turn. Right. So I'm just... Now, after you do that, then you think about the effigy power, so I'm contemplating. I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah. So it saves Cradle's life. I mean, He was going to go first, but it was very hard for her to get out of
So
that.
Cradle gets back there. She's still knocked down, but that's cool.
It also lets Jeff move models to Shadow Warps, and he's got 2 pretty good places.
Trying to clear here. You normally can't Effigy recall if you're knocked down, but she didn't Effigy recall. This is my Effigy power being called, which just says place your model adjacent to an orb or an Effigy. So that
I think I call mine as well, just for funsies.
I don't think I'm finished yet. I'm still
you are. Yep.
considering what to do. It'd be a good time for you to call it because you can.
Yeah, I do.
Right now,
it's just a good way to. It's not clear if I can use it yet, but you don't know how the turn's going to turn out. And because Jeffrey can bring his guys up as Shadow Orbs, I thought it'd be good to have the immune to parting blows. So here he comes, Rakir. Such a good ability,
Krognar there.
Really good.
And I've still got I'm still thinking about the other ones. Krognar's it's a big effigy power. You reset the whole board. I'm considering now the other ones I haven't used yet are Lug Drug, Kane and Skull, but Kane's not really in a position to go forward because only on 8 health. Still thinking about Rakir. What I'm actually thinking is it better to start on the other side of the orb and charge in. Because Drogoth's taken some... Drogoth's taken damage. And with the Vorpal Blade and charging in, I just want to get the poison. I could kill him in one, when that one goes. So sometimes it might be better to do that. A lot of time thinking about it here.
Jeez, put the timer on, please. What's going on?
Have lost a few games to timer now.
I can see that. I probably should have edited that part out.
But it's good to see Genius's minds.
Oh yeah, it's awesome to watch. It's riveting.
So yeah, if you do go,
fast forward. Yeah, I know what's going on. I might fast forward a little bit to there.
Well, I've got to do that too then. If you
okay. I'll tell you where we're at.
No, here we go. It's okay.
So Jeff, I've just. I've gone too far. Oh, that was bad.
No, so what I'm doing, go back. Skull, now I've used Skull. I've dragged him all the way across to this side of the board, which I thought was good. All of a sudden I'm stacking this side.
Sorry, Jeff, I'm out of sync with you now. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, so Skull's now back, and now that's it. That's all I do.
Alright, just pause there, Jeff. Just pause there.
Yeah.
It hasn't moved. Jeff, fast forwarding is not easy to do.
You pause till it happens. So now I'm doing Rakir. He's done his attack.
Yeah, just pause, Jeff. We're not there. So Skull's just going back now. Oh, that was a good move. He's gone back now. I just placed him. And then we're about to do the attacks, I think. Alright, so this is Rakir. Now Drogoth's still injured a little bit here. I did heal him, but I didn't heal him back to full. So there goes Jeff's roll. First Rakir roll. And he rolls like a beast here, I think. Is it instant poison? Yeah, you did, I think.
It was just 3 dice.
Yeah, I know. Crit and poison. Thanks for coming. There we go. So that's pretty much dead at that point. Jeff rolls his dice. He does 4 with the poison roll. Toxin. Which is not a great roll. I think he might re-roll it here. The lists are, I can go through them, Gamer Dad, if you want. Well, they're on the screen, but we've got Donragar, Istariel. There you go, Jeff just, we're doing great, thanks. I'm Ista, so this Drogoth's just about to die, so let me just update the soul count. On Jeff, he's on 1.
That's why I rolled 4 dice on that next attack, because he was poisoned.
That's right.
And he's not dead, but he's on 1.
Oh, is he?
What health are you on?
I thought you killed him.
Yeah,
thought so.
Yeah.
So
and then he used his last action to Effigy recall.
So Rakir's now level 3, and he still gets away. Ugh.
He's got a soul now.
1-0 to the bad guys. Yeah, I'm not sure what I could have done different. I mean, maybe it was risky not putting defensive stance back on, but I wanted to knock down Cradle, but then with the Effigy power, she got away anyway, so it didn't work out too well. Yeah, Krakir's up.
So Andrew,
Amazing.
so Andrew now goes with the
Yeah,
side.
Marcus comes in, now it's on a 7 and he misses. Then re-rolls and gets it. So, 1 soul each.
It's a pretty even game right here. So now it's it's pretty tight. There's not a lot of options because Marcus is a hard guy to drop. Normally I'd target the person who's just captured a soul, but he's it's Marcus, right? And Isabel's right behind him that can heal him.
Yeah, it's Marcus.
Who's got the item, the potion? Was it Marcus?
Isabel.
Isabel, so she can heal him back to full. So, yeah, I'm good. So I actually do charge in with Blood Drop. What I'm thinking here, I can start dragging him in towards Inferno, and ignores 1 res, and once he's stuck there, the other heroes can reach, and so rolling really good this turn. Roll the crit again and 2 pushes, so that's another 2 damage, and it's 2 pushes straight into Inferno. That was
Jeffrey's dice are on fire here.
And then now Inferno attacks, and Inferno, yes, is no damage, 1 damage basically. But he's under the pump now. I mean, Marcus, he's got a soul.
Because Marcus is already gone,
Inferno.
that means he's stuck there for the rest of the turn. So, yeah.
So Love Drug's still got an action.
Yeah, no game of dad. Jeffrey just always rolls above average, just how he rolls. Tirrith, it's just his thing. That's awesome.
Obviously, he hasn't watched many games.
Oh, well, you never know. All right, here we go. We're both playing in the new Discord Vassal League. It's about to kick off. I'm actually playing Krognar on that. What are you playing that, Jeff?
I'm taking Gruul.
Oh, really?
I've taken the 2 tricksters, Grail and Piper.
I've got sticks in mine. Oh, Effigy Recall.
There's only Effigy Recall with Blood.
Effigy Recall
4
is
heroes.
just driving me bananas. Why'd you do Recall with your tank anyway? Just something to do.
Because
Game of Dad went Gruul. Alright. Maybe because I was going to push you back into... I don't know what I was going to do. But here's a Stariel now. Not a lot of options because everyone's running away. See, this is where I make a mistake here. That Shadow Orb in the middle, I should have got rid of that. I got a bit greedy. She should have moved next to it, just got rid of it. Because Jeffrey's retreated so much, it was so dumb watching it now. Like, if I take that Shadow away, he's just not going to... It's going to be hard to get back into the game. But I don't.
And she's actually in a place where I can just pop up and attack her straight away, right? She's just put Skull on fire. She starts ripping her. Was that a crit? Was that a crit the first time?
No, it was just a solid... It was a glancing, Jeff. I don't do crits, so... And then the second one, another 3 damage.
So glancing for 2 and then 3.
And then I've moved away. No, I'm still close to it. I now do my Conflagration. I like to move first, so it's only 2 attacks. Another 5. That was good. That was 5. That was good.
Another 5.
So I think I put you down to 12 or something. Is that right or something?
Down to 11, yeah.
From memory. So that's pretty good, but that Shadow Orb in the middle's giving me headaches.
And Marcus has got a soul, but he's in fighting Inferno, and so what's happened here? So yeah, so Isabel hasn't gone yet.
No, it's Isabel to go, and I got the Don.
So why did Sterile push forward just to threaten? I'm not sure why she went forward like that.
The key. Yeah, get Skull. What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, but she pushed forward with the hit.
I moved. Yeah. Push. Yeah.
So now Skull. He's thinking about Effigy recalling him with his mates.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do it.
So people want to play the Vassal Leagues. They're run by Sunny, I think. Is that right? it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, absolute noob. Just tell your opponent. Everybody's really easygoing and friendly on it, right? And it's a good way to get an idea of the game and
Yeah,
how it
it is.
plays.
Awesome.
And it's really easy to use.
Skull's charged into Inferno here.
Yeah, because pushing him. That's right. Because I wanted to get. That's right. Push him there. So I was thinking here to use Skull's Fade ability to do
Oh, yeah, D6 damage.
D6 damage to Marcus. That's what I was contemplating.
Yeah, Sonny's running Europe, and Bradigus is running America. I'm in the America one.
Yeah. So the thing is, he's only on 11 health, and he's on fire. So I'm going to have to spend a fate to shake it. Otherwise, he's auto dead next turn, basically. So I have to.
And I'm going first now, right? Because you killed Drogoth.
Yeah, because Drogoth. Yeah. So I think he shook fire and he healed for 5. That's what he did.
What a beast! Good turn.
So it's back up to 16, but that leaves me on no fate. I have got a soul though. I don't know. It was good bringing him around here because there was a soul on the other side. I could have just went for it, and that was.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. I thought.
No, he didn't heal for 5. He did the fate ability and he won to Marcus.
That's good.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go, game of Dad. That's how my dice normally roll.
Yeah. Way under the curve. It's good. So I think here I'm thinking. Oh, you just. I think that was a hit on the star. I'm thinking whether, because in the new turn, Inferno's going to hit the highest health hero. So I'm trying to be a little bit. I'm just trying to think about protecting Marcus here.
Because it will hit Marcus. And he's got the soul, so you got to try to keep him alive. And he ignores one of his reds, so he's
Byron. Hello, mate. What's going on?
Oh my gosh, blast from the past.
There you go. A couple of years ago, I've got I think it was it 2019? I think it might have been 3 years ago we were at Adepticon, Byron, together.
Byron was one of the first guys that bought us years ago, right?
Yeah, he's one of the early guys, yep.
I started coming and get one model, walked away for about 50 models.
That's him.
Steve.
Day off today. Well, that's good for you.
He's just considering. Don't forget Andrew's called his effigy power so we can...
Stephen Byron has backed the new one too. Yeah, I think I might fly over the top here with my wings. So there's a version of Istariel, the Isabel, sorry, the Kickstarter one. She's got wings. Looks amazing.
So this one's got wings as well, but they're folded under the cape.
Yeah, but the wings are out. Another one, aren't they?
They look great. Is that just alternate sculpt? Is that
alternate sculpt? It's a Kickstarter exclusive, I think. And so for people who play D&D, if you play a paladin at level 20, you get the wing. One of the options is to become an angel. It'd be awesome.
Oh, she's a great model, and the flowing cloak, and it's a great model.
Adepticon was great, it was awesome, mate.
Andrew has to deal with Inferno now. He's just thinking about coming in, and a great reason for resin sculpt.
So this is my turn to take a while here. And what am I doing?
That's one soul each for people that have just tuned in. And I've been with Krognar and Effigy recalling and popping back out and doing the old tricks that Krognar does. So look at this, the Don.
Comes Uncle Don, just charging. So Don's there
to
absorb the hit effectively because he's going to be the highest hit point guy there. And also, obviously, he can take a hit from Stariel if Rakir tries to come. So, yeah, I must move and charge, I do.
Yeah.
Rolled really well again. 2 hits, no pushes. Thank you for coming.
He does the reroll.
2 pushes there, and I could have pushed him into his skull, which would have been amazing. I get the 2 pushes, but I get no damage. So there he goes. Come on. But I'm burning my fate here. I think I'm out. I think I'm running out of fate.
If he's going to hurt Skull, because Skull's already on 11, and he's going to hit me next turn as well, so under the pump.
Under the pump is Skull.
So what did he roll?
This is 5 dice here. Oh no, actually, yeah, it's no 8, right?
Yep.
I think, yeah.
Alright. There it is, it's a crit.
Oh, I couldn't do the fire, unfortunately. But yes, it's 5 damage.
That's a crit,
It's
that's 5,
damage.
so it leaves him on 6. So now I'm under the pump. I do get to go. No, Andrew gets to go first. So Skull's basically.
But unless Inferno kills him in the start of the phase.
That's right. And Inferno will get 2 attacks. So
I'll get 2 back-to-back activations here, I think, because I haven't done Isabel yet, and Jeffrey's finished.
yeah, that's right.
Because you killed my Drogoth.
So you've got the option here. Does Isabel go for the kill with a 6 health Skull and risk it? Because if you leave me on 1 or 2, then Inferno kills me for sure, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what you're considering
Yeah.
here. If you go in and fail, it's really bad.
Ideally, I want to heal you up.
Can't heal.
No, that is true.
So Byron, we're going to have to start some games up again at my place, mate. When we get all the models, we'll have some games days again, like we used to at my house. We get burgers for lunch.
Does the company dice start up again? Or it keeps stop starting, doesn't it, because of COVID and stuff? I think it's running, isn't it?
I think they're up and running again.
Yeah.
Company Dice is a great group. They just play all games. And, Byron's one of the main guys that gets that going. It's in Sydney. But yeah, we'll get games going again at my house. Hopefully not too far away. Byron, there we go.
Oh,
I'm
you did have
trying now
Cradle, Jeff. You had Cradle. You did.
So I'm trying to get pushes. We're all just playing ping pong with
Inferno.
so what I actually got a crit again and 2 pushes. So, but it's more about the pushes. So I actually don't take the crit. I think I take the
You
solid.
push it back into Don, I
because
think.
it's 2 J's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, I'm trying not to kill it. I don't want you to kill it, but I have to take the solid because I want 2 J's.
So he picks less damage, does 2 damage.
Yeah.
I think it puts it on 6.
And then pushes. I have to watch Cradle. Cradle's on 14 health as well, and I don't want you to get a bank soul. But just trying to think where to push here. The ideal spot would be back in there, wouldn't it? Right? Has to be. Yeah, there we go. And now Inferno hits
It's the Don.
I think.
Yeah, he's on a lot.
I'd like to get him on fire here. It'd be beautiful, but no. One thing, the monsters have rolled pretty poorly for all of us, actually. They've rolled below every time, I think. Yeah, so now it's Isabel. What you going to do? Going for the skull kill or go for the
Nah, I
Inferno?
think I fly over the top. I think killing Skull gonna be hard. He's got 1 res. I think I can't do it. I need basically 2 crits, so it's not gonna happen. So I think I fly over the top and try to kill Inferno here.
I think, yep. Or push back, basically. Oh no. No?
Oh, I do come in. Wow. There you go. Oh, so I'm going first.
Alright.
That's right. I'm going first. What
I'm
about
on
that?
6. Well,
No crit again. Oh man. So I get a push here. It's solid.
3.
2 damage.
So that puts me down to, if my math is right, down to 4.
And then I think I might heal Marcus here. I think that's what I might do.
Got to be adjacent for that.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I bet then. Here we go, 2 dice, is it? No, 3 dice for second attack.
She pushes herself
Yeah.
out. She might do it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what I did. Could be wrong. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she's healing
Heal
Marcus.
Marcus.
See the pad there. She get that pad now and you can read it.
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm just going up there for the shrine. That's Kane. He's on very low health, Kane. He's only on 8.
That's the turn.
Yeah, and he runs up to there. So still only 1 soul each. I feel, it sounds pretty much in the balance at the moment. A lot of heroes are on, half health or whatever. So I'm just calculating if I can get to that soul with Blood Drug to go for a soul harvest.
So there's there's one soul on the board. So the next soul is going to come up. You can see it up the top right. Moving monsters
now.
Well,
Kane's up there. Yeah. Big melee mash down the bottom here. Look at it. Monsters, and that's what Gloom just goes 1.
Oh, awesome. There's a couple of guys from Company Dice that have backed. That's great. And Collins moved to Perth and he's starting up a Judgement. I saw his tweet this morning. He started a Judgement group there.
Yeah, we sent him some product actually, some old stuff to play with. Well, Byron, that looks good, Byron. Good bunch of people there.
Yeah, we're going to have a bit of a national thing going on. Right, what are we doing here? He's put Don Raker on fire.
It's okay, it comes after the regen.
Yeah. I lost the battle with the Monster Wars.
I just got 3 fate then from the shrine up there with Kane. Yeah. That's a big thing.
And I'm on 1.
Fate, right?
Not good. You can see how the game's subtly shifting here, right? Like, yeah, and Jeffrey's ability to just recall back has really made it hard, and I haven't got rid of the orbs. So, yeah, I think even though it looks like I'm stacked that side, I'm not in a great position. I've got to get rid of Inferno somehow.
And that 4 fate was a big roll, getting 3 fate there. So now it's Andrew's turn though. What did he do? I mean, he's got nothing's really close to death. Don's taken a bit. Not sure. But you know that Raki can just pop up anywhere. Like I can pop up right there behind the Stariel and go for it, right?
Yeah, the hexes are incredible, Byron. How good it's made the game. It's such a great change.
These models we're using in the stream are the 40mm ones, Byron. They're only...
These are the new ones. Half of them are real production quality and the other half are just low quality resident 3D prints.
But we just wanted to get the streams going to show people how... And it works great. And it works to interact with the train really well.
Yeah. The design...
And as you said, you don't have to be precise with your movement. The hexes allow you to do what you want. So, and it just feels like you're playing the same Judgement without the fidgety little, millimeter things. So anyway, Andrew's coming in with Drogoth. What is he doing?
Drogoth can come back with Coalesce.
Oh, that's right.
It's a really good demon ability, and a lot of people forget it. So you always should remember when your demons die, put a marker down, and they can coalesce back to there when they come back.
Yeah. So now we've got Drogoth. Canuck Mirror's back.
The reason why
he's going for the Drogoth.
He's going to kill it. Yeah. He's going for the kill.
Going for Skull.
Yeah.
So Skull's only in 4, so...
And I get a massive amount of dice here. So this is really good use of Coalesce. Yep. I get 2 attacks because of dual wield. I need a little bit of... I need to roll reasonably well, and I do.
Got the crit.
Crit, which is 3. And I use Empower to kill him, I think, from there. Jeff was like 2 Js. I think that's how I do it.
Scrolls.
So that's going to be 2-1.
Andrew's up to 2-1.
Yeah. Drogoth, man.
I
tell you, he's such a good hero, peoples.
All right. So now I'm behind 2-1.
Yep.
All I've got there is... See, coming back with him forwards has probably hampered a little bit because he's got that side, right? All his heroes are there.
I've got Drogoth level 3 now. Starro level 2.
And Cradle's sitting there and... Yeah, got to watch out. You've just got to get rid of Inferno because Inferno is holding your whole warband up there. If you get rid of Inferno quickly, you got all the start on your whole 4 heroes there. It's actually your 5 heroes are all there.
Yeah, I know. Living the dream.
All 5. I mean, and Kane and poor old Cradle. Get out, Dodge City.
Yeah, but it's not all about...
That has flipped the turn, by the way.
Judgment's not all... Yeah, he's flipped it back. But Judgment's not all about fighting, is it, Jeff? That's what's good about it. There's different ways to play.
Yeah. So...
I've still got Inferno in front of me. This is... Inferno's still a problem for me.
So Star would have to, she has to move before she fires. So you probably don't want to come in with Marcus. Well, he's tied up by Inferno. So basically, I realise here that you got Isabel there, The only one that's free is Isabel. Otherwise, you're giving a parting blow to Inferno.
Yeah, I called the Effigy power a turn too early, I think. Because it would have been good here. Unless I called
It's
it
a hard
here, I
call
can't
because
remember. But yeah.
it gives it to Isabel for the rest of the
Yeah, it
game,
does,
right?
yeah.
But yeah.
Come on, Jeffro.
Yeah, so there's a lot of decisions to be made here. Yes, I saw someone post about Warfare Weekends. The plan is definitely we're at Origins, me and Andrew, with the full creature caster crew. And possibly Warfare, isn't it, Andrew?
Yeah, I think we're doing both, Bobby, yeah. At least we'll both go to Origins and maybe one of us go to Warfare, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So, thinking 2-1 down, so I have to watch out here, because if Andrew gets another soul, the Effigy dive...
That's the beauty of having my models where they are, yeah. The Effigy dive is real.
So I am starting to see, okay, there's a problem here. So Love Drug now gets place 1, because he's placing towards Kane.
Yeah, Kane's at the top behind the shrine there, guys.
Yeah. It makes him manoeuvrable. If you can get a manipulate that, it gives it an extra move. It makes him quite quick, Love Drug.
Awesome, yeah.
Place 1.
Yeah.
And now he's fully health too, Love Drug. He's going into the Don. The Don's obviously struggling a bit here. He gets a crit.
Yeah, because the key to fighting Love Drug is to not hit Love Drug.
Yeah. I think the Don now is into single figure health.
He's probably a bit of damage.
He's on fire. So I'm thinking here, push him out and maybe push him back in again, or push him to Connect Mira. So he couldn't stone form because he had to basically break it there to get across the foot. So yeah, I'm hitting him again now. It's only 3. I'm just looking for 1 push.
You get it again, don't you?
Yeah, I got 1 J. Yeah. So that's another 1 damage, and I pushed. Yeah, Connect Mirror is the way to go. And then Connect Mirror will punch. What this does, it puts him under the pump, because the Don now is going to be really low health, as long as the Connect Mirror doesn't kill. And the Connect Mirror did roll the crit, though. I don't think it drops you. Probably leaves you.
Yeah, I'm pretty low here, I think. No, he's dead.
Oh, no, it died.
Thank you.
It's actually bad for me, because it actually flips the turn back to Andrew, and I didn't get a soul out of it.
So the beauty, this is the thing, the risk there. So Jeff doesn't get the benefit of that.
Yeah. Even though I pushed him in, just people watching, you have to do the final killing blow.
That's a let off for me.
So that, yeah. I think anything but a crit, but it was
50-50.
It was 50-50. Yeah. And it was worth the gamble. But now it's flipped it back to Andrew.
And now that's also the first turn flips to me, right? Because the Don's died. So it was pretty bad. Yeah. Turned out pretty bad for you. It was a good move, though.
And now Blood Drug is facing off Connect Mirror, and his Inferno there, so it's a bit of a weak spot. I was thinking it's worth it if I leave him down to 1 or 2 health, then he's an easy pick-off kill.
I don't have a lot of targets here, though, really. Drogoth's already
still got
gone.
Inferno to deal with, and Gloom is behind you as well, starting to put pressure. This is a tough game, actually. A lot of tricks going on and things and options. So I think you're attacking Inferno.
Yeah.
Yep, you are.
I think with Marcus.
I'd say, yeah. Another
got
2.
Push,
they're doing 2 each time. He's down to 2 health now. I'm just thinking about this.
Go for it.
Another one.
Far out, man.
It's a push.
That was devastating.
Push is enough to put it into Lug Drug, though.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. Gives him tokens and... man, that was bad. I've only got 1 fate.
Yeah, the 1 fate means you can't really reroll
That was bad.
So you elect to push yourself out instead of pushing...
Yeah, I don't want to push him into it.
I think you do want to give him a token as well.
Yeah, it's not... It's... Unless you're going to be...
So pushing forward is interesting. Not sure why.
You get away from Gloom.
That's right. Monster Mushies everywhere.
I'm not in a good position here. It looks okay, but not killing Inferno there was pretty bad. I think you steal it. You steal it now, don't you?
Because if you do kill, then the Starrel's freed up then to start.
Mate, it's a level up for Marcus. He can gain items. It's a fate. It was a huge turnaround. I probably should have re-rolled it.
More health.
Probably should have re-rolled it.
Yeah, but I'm going for a soul with Kane here.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything on that side. I'm pretty safe because the Starrel can't shoot because she's engaged. And he goes for it on an 8 and gets it without the re-roll. Yep. That puts a bit of pressure now because all of a sudden it's 2 each. And I'm relatively safe with everybody. Estelle could port and then shoot Kane. Cradle. Cradle is on 14, so it's not an easy kill. She can't do it, not with 2 attacks.
And with Kane, you're normally going unerring accuracy. It's really good ability for him. Infernal's a good one as well, but unerring accuracy is quite cool. Yep. And he goes back and gets the... How'd you do that? How'd you go there, get the soul, go back?
I spent a fate. I picked the level 2 ability that allows me to go back to my starting position.
That's what you chose.
I'll go back. So I thought I'm going to spend the fate and I'll get D3 fate back.
That's the other good ability Kane's got to choose from.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking in my head, I'm actually within striking distance of the soul on the other side again. I'm thinking, ooh, maybe I can keep going for this.
So now I do get Inferno. You left it there because now Astariel charges in. Isabel. I keep calling her Astariel, sorry. Kills it. So that's a level up for her. Now I take Retribution, which is quite cool. I'm lacking a bit of melee punch here, so I've chosen that. Because at this point in time, I still felt I was winning the game. I felt like I'm in good shape on the board. I've got rid of Inferno.
I still have my big gun Rikir.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Rikir's got a soul. I have to be careful with him.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think my last action here, I might heal up one of them. I think with Isabel.
I think it's Drogoff.
Yeah, one of them.
Because now you're level 2, it's extra health as well.
There I go. I'm marking on the sheet, I think now. Because the app is not doing damage yet, I'm actually using old-fashioned pen and paper on this one. There you go.
So now it's me. I've got Rikir left, and I haven't used Cradle yet, have I?
No.
Yeah, Rikir. No. Yeah, that's right. Rikir and Cradle. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I mean, Rikir could put behind Estelle, have a one shot, because Estelle's only got 13 health. If I get the poison off, it's already within reach, right?
And I have got sorry, Jeff. Isabel picked up Gift of the Gods when she killed Inferno.
So people got to remember to pick up the free items when you get a chance.
They're both good.
Yeah.
So 2-2, good game. Good game.
Kane's doing a great job over there because he's only on 8 health. And he's getting the shrine now, which is going to give me fate superiority.
Kane, man, that was a killer move. Far out. Moved, got a soul and went back with temporal shift. Good move. Good play. So here comes Uncle Rikir, I think, into the fray. Oh, no, this is Isabel. Sorry, Cradle. She's going to try to push Astariel into gloom or something.
So why is that not a parting blow?
I think I'm doing it now.
Oh, I gave it to you. The reason, because I wanted to kill Astariel.
There's a crit, 3 damage.
Pretty good. So that's 4, which goes to 3. Okay, I knew I had Leech. Puts me down to 11, because Cradle's got Leech, right? So, I did a mistake here. The people corrected me later on. When you play Lug Drug and Cradle should always be Lug Drug's ward. Yeah. Right, it shouldn't be Kane, because the combo is really good.
Combo's amazing. And I don't think... no, Lug Drug didn't use his ability the entire game. Because Kane's over there.
Yeah, against Cradle, this would have been amazing combos here. But anyway, so... I
think you're hitting Astariel here, so...
I did it 2 damage.
Yeah.
It was 2 damage on the first one. And now I've got dual attack. I'm trying to get pushes to bring her into Lug Drug or into Gloom. I'm just thinking Lug Drugs to go. And I put the token on, which is not going to get used.
I think she's down to 9 here.
That leeches me back to 12.
Yeah.
So I'm already healing that parting blow. I've got dual attack. So it's just going to be 1 dice with dual attack, right?
There you
go. I've got the push. Yeah, push him into Lug Drug. Because now with dual attack and I've got Rikir there, it's pretty interesting, right? So Cradle is only level Mel 6, right? So it's going to be 2 dice now.
Yeah. 2 than 1. You might have you finished by now? You rolled a few. Oh no, you charged in them. I think you're done, are you? You done?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about if you recall on already.
You don't want to get too ahead of yourself, you know.
I'm paranoid about the undead dying and giving bank souls up. Right.
She's not that easy to kill though. With the warband I had, there she goes.
There we go.
Oh my goodness, he's killing me. Look where he puts up.
So, was it an Effigy recall or was the Shadow War place this time? Because I didn't want to give the party.
No party blow anyway.
Stariel hasn't got a weapon, yet. But now Lug Drug's engaging his Stariel. I thought that's pretty cool. Because because now Ricky can port and charge.
So back to me. I just get out of there.
Yeah, she
I do the blaze. I think I have a shot, and then I might heal up or something from memory.
but I think, did you forget that Gloom was sitting there behind you?
No, I don't think so.
She's
Because
right
I'm trying to get a push here. I'm not sure. Like wherever I went, right? If I went back, I had Knut Mirror and Gloom. It wasn't a lot of good places to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I end up doing what you shouldn't do, is I shoot lug drug here, and I give you a token. So there's my pushes and stuff. So I put you on fire, I think.
It does one damage.
Yeah. I think I'm actually putting you on fire is risky here because that means I can't push away. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Right? Yeah. I think I might take the risk. I might YOLO this because it's a 4 dice attack. Yeah, I do. And I've got one more attack to try to push off, which means, crucially, I don't heal her. Oh, I'm doing Conflagration of Doom now. So I just spent a fate. Here it comes. Another 5. Yeah, thanks for coming.
She got 5 every time. She went quite well. It's quite good.
I love it.
He's down to 10. That ignores res people that are watching because they res. Yeah. It's down to 10.
And then it's the last attack. She gets some pushes and pushes off. Now, the soul is coming up here next, where I am. So, this is where I start thinking about it. And then what did I do with her? Oh, I moved her. I pushed her near the soul. Ricky comes out now to fight Marcus. This is a bit of devastating viewing, people, for you Ista supporters out there. So, Jeffrey does a shadow step to get near Marcus.
I think I banked the soul. Yeah, I banked the soul.
Yep.
And then once just with one attack. Right?
Yep. Which you do.
So he's going on melee. I think, did I change for Shredder?
Poison me straight away. This is with 4 dice. And then what's...
And down to 8 damage.
Yeah. So Marcus is down. I'm looking at my notes here. Down to 5. End of the turn. Start of the new one. So this is turn 4, I think. Bit of a long one.
And he's poisoned, right? So that's the big thing. The poison stays there, right? So far, the stars have been Andrew as a star, I thought, in my Ricky. Just the way he's been popping back. Oh, yeah, I know you're driving.
Yeah, I've had some good guys.
So now Kane up there is looking really good because what happens, the soul is
Kane's killing me, mate.
And he's got the shrine. So I'm getting... the fate. I think the fate is really starting to tilt the game towards me. Right? Like Dragon Fire, who cares? I can just shake it, right? Now, Gloom only moved 1.
Thank you,
I was really hoping for a 2 here. A 2 would have been probably GG right there. Right? So,
this is Knut Mirror going towards Knucklehead in the middle there.
Sometimes it's better to get melee straight away, so you bypass
it is,
all the
it
other
definitely,
attacks,
yeah,
right?
it normally is, isn't it? Or not
so just punches, 4 dice. What's he going to do here?
Pass.
There's nothing.
1 damage.
And he gave me
I would have preferred neither of that happen.
I wasn't too worried about that.
Yeah. So Soul should come up near me. I think I'm getting 2 fate this time at least. That's all right. Yeah.
So the soul here is interesting, though, because this is your soul pick.
Yeah,
you've got heroes.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Marcus can all go for it.
Still well in the balance at this point. There's my fate.
It's only 2 each. So I got another 2 fate plus another 2 from the shrine. So I'm on 7 fate now.
Did I make a mistake with fate then? I've only got 1. I'm supposed to get 2. I know, I must try to find one, am I?
Yeah. So I'm on 7. So, yeah, that Kane is gold.
So Soul comes up. Now when the... Soul's here, so that's good. So I'm all around it. Got a good chance of getting that one. But my concern here is keeping Marcus alive. Now, I think Jeffrey's forgotten something. At this point, I think you forgot I had the restoration potion, didn't you, Jeff? So Don comes back. Now, what I do here, I trade in the Scroll of Power and I buy Don the Boots of Elvenkind because I need to get him speed up the top. I need to stop Kane getting that soul and try to contest it.
We should have a rule that Minotaurs can't wear elven boots, but it's just the way it is. Apparently, they magically change shape and size.
The hoofs of Elvenkind. So, so I do that, and now Isabel's got. Who's got it?
Isabel and Marcus.
Oh, Marcus had it himself. Sorry, Marcus had it himself.
Yeah.
You're right.
The healing potion.
Yeah. He's about to use it, I think, to put himself back to full. What is that roll, Andrew? What was that? 1 dice.
Marcus hitting Rakir, trying for the knockdown,
no, that's right, yeah. He did that and then restores the full. There you go. I
There's
tried
nothing else
to
to
knock
do
you down
anyway.
with my shield twice. It was only 1 dice because I'm poisoned. And then I healed a full. So at this point I'm thinking, yeah, I'm in good shape here.
You had to use Marcus first because he was poisoned, because Rakir could blow him up without even doing an action. Right?
I think I probably, I mean, it's hindsight, but if would have went Holy Tree, I could have got rid of it. But anyway, it didn't matter. Restoration Potion was there. That's pretty good. So I'm hoping to get the 3 this turn, and Jeff will probably get the 3 up the top, unless I can stop him. But it's interesting.
Well, he needs an 8.
Yeah.
But you've got 2 guys with souls in combat, and that's risky, right? I was really wishing I had Skull close by, but what am I doing? I think I'm doing Rakir now.
So Marcus is back to 16 here, I think.
Yeah, it's Rakir, and he gets the solid, which isn't great. I might as well re-roll it. I've got like 50 million.
Here we go. This is 4 dice again, right?
It's a re-roll though, so I failed that one. Re-roll and gets, there you go. It's a crit. Is it poison? And poison.
Yeah, double
there you
J.
go.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah. So now I go
Here comes the toxin roll.
So he gets 11
Just the 11. Now,
he makes me
I'm making me roll it
had,
with Gift of the Gods, which is on Isabel, and watch this.
Yes, and then what do I get? Spewing about that, but I got a 10. So,
that dice sequence is insane. Anyway.
And I've still got 2 actions to go. Right? So now you're on, how much health are you on? 4, Andrew?
Well, I was on 7. No, I'm back to 6 or 7. Because you were on, you did 10 to me, right?
And there's another crit from Rakir. You're poisoned now. So I think, if I remember correctly,
I'm on 4, right? And you leave me on 1. You leave me on 1.
And he's already activated, so it's there. And I still got 1 action to go. Right? So
You leave me on 1, I think, at the end.
yeah, I think I'm contemplating going for it. No, this goes back again.
You must have forgotten you had escape, right?
Yeah, but you had armor 2, right? Res 2.
Okay.
You need 2 symbols in damage.
Anyway, it would have been better for me if you killed him, because what I do here, and I'm thinking about it, I end up, there's 2 options.
You've got to
so either try to make him survive, right? Try to keep him alive with everything I can, or just write him off as a loss. And in the end, I decide to try to keep him alive, I think. I don't go for the soul, I think, Jeff, because I'm thinking it's going to stay there anyway. And I use Isabel to try to heal him up. Man, that was bad.
You haven't done it yet, right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Just let the people, There we go. So the thing is, it would have been a big kill though, because it takes the soul off, right? So what we're going to do, But what does she heal? She level 2?
Yeah, it's 4.
Yep.
I think.
So what is he on? He's on about 3 or something, isn't he?
He's on 1.
No, he's on 1. Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's on 1.
Thinking what to do. He was caught in a place. He had to activate first because he was poisoned.
There she goes. So I don't go for the soul. I move her up.
Yeah.
Don't forget there's a monster coming there next turn as well, by the way.
Yep. That's what the Fury token is for people that are watching.
Yep. And then I heal him up. So I think he's on 5 or something like that.
Yeah. She's level 2, so it's 4 health you heal. So he's probably 5. Yep. And she's still got an action to go. You only got 1 fate. That's the problem. You're thinking about getting rid of poison, are you? Is that what you're thinking with that fate?
She can't do that.
Yeah, she can't do that. Oh, she can.
She can. Sorry, you're right, Jeff. Yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
So she did her job.
So he's back to 5 with no poison. And because Rakir's done and Kane's over there, Jeff hasn't got a lot of options to kill him. So at this point, looks like it's a reasonable thing to do.
5 makes it hard because the reason I went away for a kid because I was thinking I can just get back with Cradle and do 1 damage easy, right? But now it's 5. It's not a kill. It's a hard one. But I wasn't under the pump to do anything. I felt at the time because I'm just trying to think about this. Here. Yeah. I was also thinking about his fate ability with Skull, remember? But Skull just come back from the dead, right? He got 2 actions, so I couldn't do...
You couldn't do it, yeah.
Block.
Yeah.
And I can't cure on 5 health. Skull can't do it, right? His crit does 2, and then he gets dual attack, so you can't kill him anyway. And I always... Skull doesn't like Stariel either, right? And I'm just thinking, Stariel's there, Skull's... So what does he come back on Skull?
So what you've done there, Lugdrug has used one of his tokens to push Canuck Mirror away, and now Lugdrug's coming to charge in. I think that's what happens. Yeah, there you go. He's charged in on Marcus to try to do some chip. You've also cleansed the fire. Yeah.
Yep. Lugdrug's only 9, but it was a bad roll.
You got heaps of fade. Yeah.
The fade was what won it for me,
yeah.
right? All this. Or getting all these things going. So it's push. Is it push? It's a bad play, I think.
I think you're worried about the monster.
Yeah. It's a hard one because Lugdrug's only on a 9 as well, right?
Yeah, you're thinking about it again, are you?
What I'm thinking is if I'm on that Shadow Orb, I can't use it to port 2.
Okay.
Right?
You used heal for 5 then, Jeff. That was your last action.
Yeah, for 5. That's what you take, so really, I think you've got to keep healing. So back to 14.
Yep.
And I'm engaging you now, which means if Skull comes in, it's an extra dice.
Yep.
So who you've got left here?
I've got Astariel, Don Regard, Drogoth.
Don's
got the boots here. I've only got 2 actions, so I want to go up there. I think I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can. Yeah, I'm doing this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I don't know. I can't. 1, 2.
I think you're right. You're thinking you've got to contest that soul because if I go for it, which I'm no reason not to.
Yeah, 5's not enough to do it. That's right. This is where I swap out the Scroll of Power for the Boots of Elvenkind, and then I move 6.
Yeah, and because you resurrected, it doesn't take an action to do that. Normally it's an action to swap items, but when you resurrect, you can swap for no action. Still got to pay the price, but it's swapping, so it's not really...
I went back to here, did I? What did I do here? Stariel's shooting. No, what's going on here?
Lugdrug put you on fire, that's right. I spent the fate Lugdrug because he had the
last token. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Kicking the guts.
Don can't ignore Kane now. He has to go that way because I just tried for the soul with rerolls, right? So I think he just moved there. He didn't try.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I think
thinking, trying to think of the best option. Because that makes it a 9 soul harvest.
That's the idea.
So that's a good play. I had to be done because the 8 for reroll is good odds, 50-50, I guess, a bit better. But a 9, brings it down.
It's about 30% with 9. It's 50% with 8.
So now I'm thinking, I don't have to do Kane now. There's no pressure there to do anything. Just thinking dealing with Marcus. It's all about Marcus.
So I think you did. So Marcus, looking at my notes here, Marcus is on 3 at the moment. I think you did 1 damage with what's his name?
I think
Luggers.
Solid, yeah. Yep.
So I think he's on 3. And you, yeah.
So it's still 2 souls each at the moment. I've got 1 banked and 1 on Kane over there. It's a good move putting Don there because Kane's only on 8 health. I was actually 9 health because he's level 2. But yeah, it does. It's not that easy now. I have to think about it. It's been an arm wrestle the whole game, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the monsters have had a big play. But if there's a monster coming up underneath Lugdrug next turn, I just had to risk it. There's nothing I could do about it. Right. So the reason this game I think is going, it's tough one because none of us have got to be the big. We've got one damage deal each. You've got Drogoff and I've got Rakir, right? Everybody else is just chip damage, and we've got a lot of defensive tech. So it's a bit of a longish game. This
Yeah,
one.
I don't have any. I mean, Drogoff's not like a Rakir.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those.
You drop off in a star, and all I've got is Rakir really, because you, I maybe should have kept Zonya. I would have Zonya instead.
I mean, you got rid of
Cradle,
my Brock, which was a good ban.
Yeah, yeah.
He's always a good ban.
So I think I'm deciding just to go for it anyway because there's nothing I want to do down there at the moment. I don't want to overcommit because if I go in there with Skull, then you can just open up with just all the other heroes onto him. So I'm thinking I can't go in there at the moment. So I do something that's safe. Go for a 9. No, I'm hitting Don. I'm charging Don. Look at that. There I go. I was going for the push actually, but I didn't get it. I did solid, which is 3, which goes to 2. And all of a sudden I got 1 Fate F. I had 7 at the start of the turn.
Have fun, Byron. Renovations.
Right. Yeah, so that was Kane on the Don.
Yeah, for sure, Byron. Well, the bottle's land, man. It's going to be awesome.
See you, mate. Bye. It's your turn, I think, Henry.
I don't know.
Or is Kane just thinking about what he wants to do? Yeah. Many people watching? Be
I
quiet
can't
today.
see.
Yep.
A lot of people
It's a lot of thinking going on. Any of Andrew's turn, look, he's thinking about Drogoff now. So Drogoff is going charging Gloom. There you go.
Just carry on, Jeff. It's going to be. I've got mini guns happening.
Just pause it. Mute your mic. Oh, you can't. Yeah. The Drogoff is charged Gloom, and he's rolled not very great. A lot of pushes, but it's not what he wanted. He wants to kill him, right? So he's basically done 2. Brings it down to. It's down to 6, I think it is. Yeah, it's down to 6. Oh, it's a solid. Yeah. So now it's down to. That was his dual attack. Brings it down to 3. He's got 1 more action. Should be able to do it, you'd think. And does it straight away. So that puts Drogoff up to level 3. Right? Gives him a Fate too, which is important because Fate's pretty tight. As I said, I'm trying to... I didn't want to overcommit down the bottom here. I couldn't bring anybody in because I just didn't want to put a weak hero there like Skull or Cradle and then have a Stariel and all them open up. Give him the chance to do it. So, but I feel if I can kill Marcus, I'm going to massive flip around because that gives me 3 souls and puts Andrew back to 1, right? I'm aware that Andrew's got a soul down the bottom here as well. If he wants to soul harvest, he's got Drogoff and Astariel flanking it, so it's easy for Isabel to walk up and take it. And Isabel's gone, but for next turn he can come and get it. So, yep. So now it's my turn. I've got a Fate. Just thinking what I'm going to do here. See, Cradle can port to the Shadow Orb and try to do some damage. So what I'm going to do here, we'll wait and see. So you've killed Gloom with,
I'm back.
with Drogoff, Andrew?
Right.
You've killed Gloom with Drogoff?
Yep.
So you're level 3.
He would be level 4. He was 3 already. That guy's a beast.
So you've got 2 heroes flanking that soul as well now. The one of them, so it's an easy soul get for you with either Isabel or Marcus next turn. So I'm aware of that. It would be a 6, right? So, so I'm thinking about Cradle here. What I'm thinking is, do I spend the Fate with Cradle and buy a Shredder just for Marcus? Right, that's what I'm thinking. I think I'll just wait a bit longer and probably going in with Skull. Yeah, start doing damage. Skull's only got 2 actions, right? Because he's come back. Yeah, don't like it. Look at that. Don't like the move. But anyway, he's Cradle's just doing it. Yeah.
You must
Depending your
buy
fate.
Shredder.
What Shredder teleports there. So that's my second action already.
She's got 2 attacks.
2 attacks, and I'm planning for the skull kill. That's what I'm doing basically, right? And the push is fine. Yeah, I needed the push just to get it within reach of skull. For some reason I had to do that, and there's no damage because even though it's Shredder, you're still agi. And another push. So,
You did no damage to me, I think.
Yeah, no damage. But it's another push. So, and I've got no fate left now, so I can't do my soul burn. So I'm just thinking the best place to go is that's not a good place because that puts me engaged by Isabel. I'm thinking maybe it's the best place so a star can't shoot me. Right. Again, if Slugdrug had Cradle as the water, would be sensational setup right now, right? So yeah, it just would have been a better decision.
I think I finally give up Marcus here, I think.
I've
got nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
So I think Astariel... Oh, I know what happens here. So, I'm contemplating whether Astariel just ends up going for the soul because...
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Yeah.
It's on an 8. I roll a 7. With a reroll.
It's a big
50-50.
play if you get it.
50-50 and...
That would have been 3 souls to 2 your way.
Yeah. There's no joy.
And that's massive.
Yeah.
It would have been massive. Yeah.
So that's 2 actions. You've got 1 action left. And so that was a bit unfortunate. Would have been a nice little tricky play.
Yeah. It was surprised me.
It's
that
50% with the reroll.
So now I'm just going in his skull because there's no other option. Everybody else is activated. I've got 2 gang ups. I think I can avoid cover. Yeah, I can. He's only got 2 actions, skull.
Still not easy to do. That's Astariel's last attack, by the way.
I think it's on Cradle.
Yeah.
So that was a solid, right? 3 more damage on Cradle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it puts me down to 9. So everything's, So I am aware as well, though, if I do kill Marcus, then Andrew is going to go first. Right? You're all done, right, Andrew? They're all done,
Everything's done now.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
So here we go. Skull's going in. 3, 4, 5. So what is
3, 4. You're basically 5 dice on the charge. And I think I stand my ground. If I do, I'm going to hit myself. Because I think I should give him up. But I do.
Yeah.
See, that fate. I spend that fate. That's crucial. Yeah, I should have done that. I've spent so much items, fate, and time trying to keep that guy alive.
So that's a crit. So 4, which goes
2.
to
Now I think that's put him on 1.
Yeah. There's a dual attack now.
But it's only going to be 3 dice.
It is the last chance.
And you need a solid. It's 50-50. You know,
because my last attack, I got no rerolls, nothing. And that's a token for Cradle, yep. And he
doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it. That's right. So you lose him on 1.
I remember that.
Wow. This is huge, right?
So that's the end of the turn. Well, I mean,
regen for John.
The thing is, right? Now? Yeah, he got crit. That spending that fate was just not needed.
Yeah. So now you've got. He has to activate. He's on fire, and you've got 2 fate to start with, and I've got 2 fate as well. Both of us.
Well, I'm about to make this worse, Jeff. Oh, we're doing this is the commune phase, so we're just doing monsters move and that kind of thing.
Can it go? Trying to get Don. This could turn the game here. If I'm thinking if
trying to drag him in, yeah.
If he takes him away from the shrine, it gives me the soul, and so I'm hoping that he can do it. The first attack.
But I've got cover and I'm engaged, so I'm actually like 6 against him.
The first,
with the shooting. And 5
the
of
first time it'll be one dice, you'd imagine, right? Because
it's 5 for magic and 6 for shooting, so it'll be 3 dice and 2 dice, I think it is.
That's 2, nothing. Yeah. And now
this is the one. This is the pulling one.
8 versus 3 is 5. So it's down to 3 dice. It needs 2 symbols. Gets it. There you go. That was a massive roll by the monster. So as who said it, son? Sebastian. Yes, the Cunning Mirror Dawn battle has been going the whole game. So that pulls
That's
Don.
pretty
That's a
unlucky.
massive,
Yeah.
really, really big turn. Not only is there a hit coming now, it gives me the shrine, and now Cunning Mirror is hitting. 8 versus 3 is 5 dice.
Tough to
Gets
watch.
the crit. Gets the crit. Which is what's he put Don on now?
He's still
It's
high.
not
He
that
can't have
health.
it dead. He's on 9, I think.
Yeah. And that
Or
leaves
11, he's on
Kane
11 or
with a
something.
chance. Yeah. And I get 1 fate from that, so it wasn't that costly fate-wise for Andrew, but it wasn't great.
So this is where... So it's my turn. Marcus on 1, on fire, surrounded by 3 enemies.
No, I think we got a monster turning up first.
Oh, that's right. You choose where...
Now,
what's the rule here? Do you choose... No, you don't...
I choose where it goes on top of it, but it has to attack me regardless.
Right.
Right? Because I'm on top of
You
it.
putting there, Isabel?
It's the only time really that it doesn't attack the highest
Right.
health person. Yeah. So I guess I put him, and we're rolling what it is. That's right. And it's
Inferno again?
obviously I'll make it engage Isabel as well, and it punches me though, which isn't great because Lug Drug's on 14, and it's the Nords are res. Andrew's rolling the damage. Is that just a glance, which is 2, which does 1.
And gives you another one of those things, if you remember.
Okay, if I remember. Yeah. Now, Andrew's turn, right?
Yeah, and this is where I pretty much make a fatal mistake here.
Marcus is on 1.
And on fire. And I've got 2 fate.
Fire. Yeah, so let's see what happens. None of my heroes are really close. Well, Cradle's 9, but yeah.
So I'm thinking, do I try to keep Marcus alive or not? Is what I'm thinking.
Isabel could easily just walk over, ignore parting blows because she's the avatar, and go for the soul on a 6 right now, right?
No, I don't do that though. I shake the fire and I heal him for 5. That's what I do. So I use all my fate. I've got no fate left, and puts him back to 6.
Yeah.
Which in hindsight's nice. I mean, 6 res 2. He basically needs to bring Rakir over to kill him because he hasn't got the models really to kill him unless he's lucky. He could do the skull thing. I probably didn't think of that, but
it means he's activated. I've got on my whole warband now. He's got Isabel to heal as well, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I've got 1 attack here. I think I try to knock someone down, or I use my shield.
It'll be Crail, you'd assume.
Yeah, because it's the most dice.
Yeah.
So it's 3 dice, I think. 2 dice, is it? No, I don't get it.
2 damage, 1 damage on
Which
Crail.
does nothing because she's got the res, and that's it. Yeah.
So that's fire. No, what is that?
That's Skull doing his ability. You do 3 damage to me. Takes me to 3.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Yep.
And
You needed a 6 to kill me. So that's Skull doing primal. What's it called? Yeah? I'll look it up.
Soulburn.
Soulburn. That's
Soul
right. Yeah. Soulburn.
You re-rolled it and got a 5.
On 1. That was a pretty ballsy reroll. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it was on 3. The average is you should get more.
I guess you could have got a 6. And now you're trying to hit me. I think you killed me eventually. Here we go. He's finally dead.
And now I'm
so, from memory, I did forget the soul burn because it would have been hard to do it without soul burn. But with soul burn, obviously, it was much easier.
So now I've still got an action to go, and he's on level 2, and he's I get him out of there.
Cool. So that's 3. That's 3-1 now. It's a big turnaround.
Yeah. So Andrew still can get this soul, but makes it 3-2, I guess. But yeah.
Still not easy to get.
And I'm not really in. Yeah, Lug Drug's on 13 health. Cradle's still there on 9 health. Starrel hasn't gone yet. So it's quite a still edgy game. But the 3-1 obviously is massive.
No fate, man.
No
fate's a killer.
And Cradle's stacking up these tokens now, as you can see. Everybody's quiet out there. Tell us what's going on. What part of the world are you in? What time is it there? It's Sunday night, I assume.
So
So now
Drogoth
Drogoth's
comes
going in
in.
the cradle. It's a good move because I'm on 9 health and you're getting a gang up from Isabel. He should be able to drop me, I think, shouldn't he?
I've got
Drogoth is
Shredder,
maniac.
so yeah, it should be.
Yeah, so he should only AG3. This would be bad if he gets me because it'd be a bank soul. When you kill an undead, it's a bank soul. First attack was a poor roll. Didn't get a crit. No reroll either.
But it becomes
It is 3 damage.
4 damage to do on power.
So it's 4 damage. Puts me on 5. Hasn't you got the reroll? Didn't you take the reroll?
You can't
with
take
it?
that. That's Kane.
Oh, you can't take that.
There's another 3 damage with another one. That's 4 damage again because I've got the power.
It leaves me at 2. Yeah, so he's going to do it. Even if bad rolls, he's going to do it. And that does it.
So that's a bank soul. So he's not. He would have been level 5 in this game. What a legend.
So it's 3 souls to 2.
That's a banked one, which is good.
Drogoth has been your best hero for sure.
Yeah,
that was a good hit back for 3 souls to 2. And there's no easy kills now. I think your guys are all pretty healthy that are there, right?
Yeah. Yep. Starrill's only one. Starrill's got 9, I think. She's got 9.
Yeah, the Don's a chance. The John's on 9. It's still not complete. It's only one res, so he's not completely safe either, right?
Drogoth.
Yes,
So good.
Now I'm contemplating the.
There's a big one here.
Starrill's there.
She's on 9. And
Starrill?
yeah, and crucially, I've got no fate. That's the big.
Yeah, because you've got the braces of
disruption.
What do you call it? Or the gods.
Brace of disruption.
Yeah.
I'll give to the gods and braces of disruption, but I've got no fate.
Yeah, but you got no fate.
So they're useless.
So that's what I was asking to make sure, because that.
The stand your ground the turn before, that fate ended up being pretty crucial.
Because I'm contemplating Rakir doing his hit and trying to one shot. If you had gifted the gods or other one, I wouldn't.
If I had one fate, I don't think you remembered that, did you? If I had one fate, it would have been fine. The thing is, I said it ages ago. It's a pretty rookie mistake. You've got to get rid of those shadow orbs because Rakir was out of the game.
There, he got it. He got the crit, and that's 5 health.
That was 5. That was only 5 dice too. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. And then so he drops
11. There you go. That was the roll.
And now it's 4-2.
Yeah. So Rakir rolled 11. He had a reroll to 10 and then rolled 11. Yeah. That was his toxic.
And he rolled an 8 earlier in the game. Yeah.
So we can buy Rakir, people. He costs the same as the other heroes. He's obviously a cut above though. That was ridiculous rolling.
4-2 now. So I take a parting blow here. I need to stop this soul because otherwise just going to win the game on an 8 with a reroll, 50-50.
Yeah.
So I charge in, just try to push him off.
And it's still a risk because you're on 9 and you're taking a parting blow here.
Yeah.
But there's no option.
I think I'm on 11, Jeff, because I think I might have healed back 2.
Oh, regen.
I end up going back to 7. He must do a crit on me or something.
Finally gets a crit because I never. Yeah, I think it did. Yeah.
But now you're on 7 from my notes. Yep.
Your goal is to even push away from the soul. If you get a well, let's see. But you got the pushes, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just push you away and I push closer to the shrine. And that's to give me some cover against you, I think. And that's probably it. Rakir is really great if you always crit poison and roll 10 plus damage. Yeah, I know, it's amazing. He's OP, bro. OP.
You just got to know how to play Rakir properly, Sonny.
That's what it is.
So
I'm stone form now, so I'm basically protecting that soul. Made it a 9, which is really good. So I haven't given up. Like, I've still got board control. But obviously it's one bit of bad luck or Jeff doing something good, I lose.
It's 4-1, is it? 4-2. I'm contemplating it. It's a 9 for a reroll for the game. Right? It seems like there's not much else you can do anyway.
You go for it, Jeff. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm going for it because it's a 9 for a reroll.
30% chance.
There's nothing else I can do, literally. You can't kill me. Did I have a reroll?
No, I don't think you do. So 8. Ooh, games of 5. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's no reroll.
Yeah, so it was actually, yeah.
So when you
15%
had the 7
chance.
fate and I'm throwing away, like, you know, like, no, I got no fate.
Now, I'm immune to parting blows with Isabel because of she's the avatar and I've called my power.
No rerolls either, though. We're both running out of rerolls here, but she needs it, and she doesn't get it. She needed a 7. Wow.
It's a tale of
being
woe,
a bit
man. I was unlucky with that soul. Oh,
and both of us being flippant with the fate was a bit silly. That you double fated on Marcus was, you know, the heal and the
I
fire.
shouldn't have.
Yeah, and I was a bit too flippant with my 7 that I had. So what am I thinking? Love drug. Here.
Now, Rakir's not on full, is he, Jeff? He's not on full, is he?
Yeah, he's level.
Is he full?
Yeah, he's full, and he's level 15 or
So
something.
I've still got, Drogoth here. I've got 2.
Now he's
2
activated.
No, I meant next turn. Next turn.
Yeah, but I'm full though. I'm level 3 full as well. So what is this? I'm trying to kill Inferno with Love Drug. I'm trying to push away. That's what I'm trying to do actually. To push him into draw. And that's right. Yeah, I got 1 push finally. It took like 3 attempts to do it. Or 2 attempts. It pushes him in.
Drogoth.
8 versus 4.
Level 5.
Again, the monster's solid. Fire? It's fire as well, yeah. Alright. Turn flips, and now it's Andrew's turn. So Andrew gets the... Oh no, because Kinetic Mirror will go there. The monsters have to move now. Regen for Don.
Sorry about that.
The Kinetic Mirror just goes 1. It doesn't contest the shrine. It's important for Andrew's fate. The Don can be placed, right, Andrew? Yep. He's a stone form. But he's still going to be touching the shrine, so it doesn't matter. So Don's Agi 1. It's 4 dice because of cover. It does no damage because it's got res 3. This is the big one to place. Well, it's not really that big. Well, it does. What it will do, if it gets it, I can't remember. I can't see. Didn't get it. No. It didn't do any damage. If it got the double symbol there, even though Don's in stone form, he can be placed, and it would have allowed Kane then to try to get a soul on an 8. Right?
Yep.
But didn't get it, so it's fine. Don's doing a really good job over there. And that is...
Are we picking up a monster? Picking up a monster? We're spawning? No. Hazelrand?
No, fate. That was your fate you were getting from the shrine.
All right. I've got 1, yeah, that's right.
And we've got a terror over here.
Yep.
I think it was your fate, or that was a terror roll, maybe. I'm not sure.
So my heroes come back. Istariel. Now I'm trying to race to the right-hand side. The left-hand side, I'm in reasonable shape. It's 50-50. On both sides, I'm bad. I really need to pick up that soul, which I didn't do, because now it's sitting there and Jeff can go for it with Lug Drug. So it's not great for me.
Well, you got... Oh, because I got Ricky here.
Yeah, it's... I remember this time I was thinking hard about what to do either way. But it didn't really, yeah. Oh, this is Inferno hitting my Drogoth. So Drogoth gets pretty low here again, I think. He's on fire.
He's level 3. He'd have a bit of health up his
Yeah, I'm
sleeve.
trying to see my notes here. I can't remember what he was on. 7 maybe? Yeah.
Okay, so now it's the Andrew's go, and he's using Drogoth. He's realising this. He's charging Ricky. And I've got a soul here. There's a risk here, I think.
Let me just move this down. I'm just gonna move the screen up so we can see it a bit better. There we go.
G'day, Zoran from Budapest. Hope you're well there, mate.
So Drogoth charges here into... How do I do this?
Ricky.
I can't remember now. Did I take a parting blow? I must have. But I do a buttload of damage from memory here, right, Jeff?
Yeah. That wasn't a parting blow. You weren't engaged. You just took a fireball, Andrew. Didn't.
Okay.
So you do. That's right. You do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's a crit, which is 5. Yeah, this is bad. So Riki's on maximum, right? So he's on 18 health. He's now down to 13 already, right? And he's got a soul. This crit.
I did the flame place. Sorry. I did...
Flame place,
right.
yes.
I did 1 damage to you, put you on fire, and then I had 4 attacks against you.
Thank
That's
you,
right.
Sebastian.
I'm wondering how I didn't get the parting blow. Yeah, this is really good. I started to put a bit of pressure here.
So that's already down to 13. And what was the duel? That's another 2 there. Or are you doing the extra? So it's down to
No,
11.
I think I might do an extra. I'm thinking about pushing you here, but I don't know why. So you get to see a lot of different abilities here. It's quite cool. How am I pushing you 3 there? What am I doing here? I'm a bit confused.
That's 2. You pushed 2.
Did I? No, I didn't.
Oh. Yeah, there's one behind the tree. You can't see it. You got 3 pushes.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, got it. That makes more sense.
And he's still got 2 actions to go.
No, I've placed 1. I've attacked 1. Or 1 action left, I think.
Yep, that's right.
I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway.
I think you healed
I must have, Yeah, I've got no fate again. And now you're coming in. That's right. Jeff's deciding he can either get the soul on a 9 or charge in to try to kill Dragoth. That's what he did.
Because what is Drogoth on? Well, the way Rakir's been rolling 11s and 10s, you go for it, right?
Just press the delete key.
You do it, Sonny. So going for the melee, because I've got Vorpal Blade, don't forget.
I remember this now. Yeah. This is cool.
8 versus 4 is 4, so 6 dice, 6 right? Dice. Just trying to think of the best place to go. I'm trying to
because it was either 9 up the top with a reroll or down here. And so Jeffrey
complete whiff that does the reroll and goes really bad.
This is the other Rakir. So Jeffrey starts sweating buckets. I wish we could turn the volume up because he starts getting...
Well, he's 3 damage and I'm going, golly gee, gosh, how bad is this? And it's I've done 3 damage. I was hoping for a crit and then another 10 roll, and then his second attack does another 3 damage. I'm re-rolling it. I'm burning through the fate, pushing the panic button, and got another 3 damage, no poison, and that's it for a kid. And I'm sitting on 11 health.
I think I'm on 5 or something from memory.
Now the clock's on. It's on me because he's activated.
He's carrying us
11.
Yeah.
You could have easily destroyed him there. You probably should have. He shouldn't have got the other ones, but he should have got this one. It was like
now Isabel can come in.
That's my 3rd soul on the third orb on the board. That's the max. Now Isabel's coming in.
Yeah, I'm thinking about... So I've still got the right hand side to worry about, right? I'm wondering whether is Drogoth going to be fine because all he had was Lugdrub. So I've ended up putting up Marcus to make it harder again to take that soul off the board. So Jeff now needs a 10. So now Lugdrub's coming in to win the game.
So, yeah. So what am I? 6 versus 4 is 2, goes to 4, goes to 5 because of the kid.
Yep.
And he rolls a 2. It's just ridiculous, bad. The dice are right
Puts me on 3. Puts me on 3.
I need a solid.
I think that's what it is.
And now it's 6 versus 4.
It's on 3 dice.
It's 50% chance of a reroll, right? So going for the roll.
That's actually 75 with a reroll.
And another 2. Oh my gosh.
Jeffrey's absolutely spinning chips at this point in time.
He's on 1 elf, and I've just put 2 heroes.
Yeah, I'm on something really low. So now she comes in, charges Rakir, and heals him. This is magic.
Rakir's on 11. Yeah. So, yeah. So this is...
So now she comes in and hits Rakir with, what's this, 2, 3, 5, 4 dice? 5 dice?
Solid. It's 3, but you
make
can
it 4
do
with smite.
Make it 4.
Yep.
So it puts me on 7. Well, Rakir's on 7. This is it's. I thought the game was quickly slipping away right now because.
And then she heals him back up to 7. So now Drogoth's on 7 because she heals him.
Because Andrew's still going first at this stage, right? And Rakir's on 7. And where's Cradle? She's just come back. Did I forget the pink Cradle? No, she's on the other side there. And where's Skull? Skull's there too. Yeah.
No, Cradle's... yeah, that's right.
I think I forgot to put Cradle on the board, or she's behind the. I think I put her behind. I can't see.
And so at this point, I think we have a break. Jeff goes for a walk. There you go, Jeff. You rolled it 10. So in the end, what you did was you went for the soul, right? And rolled the 10, and we shook hands.
The Cradle's there.
Yeah, I think with I might have messed up the editing here. No, we're talking now. We're just talking. We're talking what the other options are. If I go back quickly, you can see it's out of screen. I'm just going to bring it down to show you guys. But in the end of the day, Jeff goes, effort, I'm just going to go for the soul on a 10. After all that whiffing. And then you actually do it without a reroll. Let me just move forward a little bit.
Yeah.
A bit more. There you go. There it is there. Up the top. See the 10? You rolled a 10.
Yep. Because Cradle couldn't do it because Cradle comes in and can't kill Drogoth.
Yeah.
Because you only got one action.
So I didn't even doubt it.
So was
but
what an ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good game. Jeffrey played it. It's good, really good high level Krognar play to see. The thing is, I could have punished him. It was really high Krognar play to see it, the movement shenanigans. I really should have punished him with getting in the middle orb. And I think I would have been in really good shape, but I didn't do it. So.
And I realised I should have probably taken the item that you can place orbs maybe on Lung Drug or something like that.
I had an opportunity with not much to do a couple of times to get rid of that orb. Didn't do it. And in the end, that cost me. He wouldn't be able to do all that. But anyway, it was really good. Great game. It was a long one, but it was good.
So if I don't get that soul, Andrew basically kills the key next turn, and it's back to what I'm back
down to 4. Yeah, it's 3. It'll be 3 all. And the top soul's more than likely, I'm in better shape there. But anyway, here's what it is.
Yeah, that's a lot of that.
Well, thanks very much for tuning in. It was a long one. We might try to edit the gaps next time a bit more. But yeah, we're going to be doing this every 2 weeks, as I said. There'll be games every 2 weeks. When the games hits retail, we'll do every week. We'll do a variety show on one Monday and then the game the next. But for now, it's 2. Thanks for tuning in. Look out for it. Join the Discord if you haven't. It's a great community. Look forward to seeing you at Origins.
Yep, see you all. Thanks for listening.
Cheers.
Bye.
Oh, could Cradle kill Drogoth with Hunter's Knife? Would have had to buy it. She wasn't back from the dead, was she? Potentially, maybe.
Yes, she was.
Maybe could have done that. Swap for free. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's not a bad...
Possibly.
All right. Good stuff. Take it easy. Peace. Right.